And then for me personally, just in the cannabis space, I mean, I really think drinks over the long term are probably the best growth opportunity in cannabis right now. There's just a whole ton of supply chain issues that need to be resolved, I think, for that to really take hold. But over the long term, I really see that as a huge opportunity.
Cool. One thing that I think I see a lot of people not realizing, which is that, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's really no future for a beer, an alcoholic beer, to ever have cannabis in it. Correct?
I mean, never say never.
Right.
But yeah, at this point, alcohol and cannabis need to be separate. I mean, they can't even be made in the same facility. So
Right.
when you see companies like Lagunitas, for instance, that has its cannabis drink product, they're partnered up with a company called Cannacraft. And it's my understanding that they're sort of supplying the kind of carbonated water and the I guess maybe some of the terpene profiles from the hops, to Cannacraft, and it's being infused at another location. So it's not being made on site at Lagunitas.
Oh, interesting.
And if you think about a product or a company like Sweetwater, which was acquired by Afria, I think that there's a lot of there's a narrative out there about how wonderful it's going to be for Afria to be able to start making these quote unquote cannabis drinks using Sweetwater's facilities. They're certainly not going to be able to do it in Georgia because cannabis isn't legal there. um,
And
and
we know how long it takes to change something in Georgia too.
right. But one thing that people missed from the reporting on that story is that years ago, Freddie actually bought some old equipment from Pyramid Brewing out in California, and it's just been sitting in a warehouse out there. So they do have the equipment, and I suspect that it'll probably be set up as a dedicated cannabis production facility or a drinks facility out there on the West Coast. How they use that, if that's CBD drinks or THC drinks or both, I have no idea. But, I think that, that there was probably some over exuberance on the part of, people who saw that deal and said, oh, this is amazing. They're going to be able to, whip up all these drinks at Sweetwater. It's like, no, that's not going to be able to occur.